I worked at a very upscaled club and they were phenomenal. If you got intoxicated and wasn't able to drive, or they knew that you were intoxicated, they would make sure that you had a limo service.
Wow.
So they would want the dancers to drink for
No,
what?
they would prefer you to be sober.
Oh, they would?
They'll spike your shot. A lot of times when you're in the champagne room, they'll give you ginger ale instead of champagne. They didn't want sloppy drunks anywhere. They didn't want you like causing chaos because you're intoxicated.
So why allow alcohol? Why allow the dancers to drink alcohol?
Because it's a social thing. Then they want you to be able to have control over your intake of alcohol.
Yeah.
We also did monthly meetings. We also did weigh-ins.
Why
Wow.
you weigh-in?
Because you wasn't allowed to be heavy.
Wow.
Oh, so if you get over a certain weight, they wouldn't let you dance?
Yeah, or you wasn't allowed to drink.
Oh my gosh, because like the calories in it.
It literally says in the contract, across universes and galaxies and planets, if Elon gets us to Mars and they show Drake and Josh, it's impossible for me to get paid for it.
So no one on the show gets residuals though.
Nobody. Well, the guest stars.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's people who said 2 lines on one episode that still get checks in the mail.
That is pretty crazy that
Josh and I, not a dime.
corporations are making bag off of your show.
Netflix just bought it. It's top 10 on Netflix. And I got to figure out how to pay my rent this month. People don't understand the business side of this. They just see what the perception is on Instagram and social media and all of the glitz and the glamour of Hollywood. But it's like, if you get a guest spot on a television show, you're going to get paid maybe $1,000. You're probably going to be a resident of California, so you're going to get your 30% tax on California. You're going to get your 50% tax from the federal government. Then you're going to have to pay 10% to your agent. Then you're going to have to pay 15% to your manager. Then you're going to have to pay 5% to your business manager. Then you're going to have to pay your publicist. And then you're negative. You're in the red. You're not making all of this crazy money. It's all gone. And then you're not even accounting for, you live in LA, so you have to have a car, so you have to have your car insurance, you have to have your car payment, you have to pay for gas, the parking tickets that you had to pay for when you got to that audition because you didn't know that you were going to be in the audition room for an hour instead of 30 minutes. The president of Nickelodeon during all of that was a woman. And no one, I have not seen in one documentary, I have not seen in one YouTube video, everyone goes after one person, this big bad man, when people are like forgetting that our bosses had bosses. The president was Seema, and you had Paula Kaplan, who was second in command. You couldn't put a joke in an episode without them saying it's okay. You couldn't put an outfit on. You couldn't dress me in blue jeans if they said they wanted black jeans. Everything that everyone's mad about, go say those 2 names. I'm at my dad's house. Your mom is this. Your mom is this. Your mom is this. I'm at my mom's house. Your dad is this. Your dad is this. Your dad is this. And then it's like, well, I'm half of him and I'm half of you. So basically, you guys are just telling me that I suck. If he's got no good qualities and you got no good qualities and you guys hate each other, I'm literally what you guys hate. And that's being instilled in my brain. And so it's like, F you, that's my mom. Stop talking about my mom that way. F you, that's my dad. Stop talking about my dad that way. And now, unfortunately, my wife and I are separated, and I don't care if I'm angry at my ex-wife, which is very rare, actually never, or if we have a disagreement about something, or if there's anything. All my son knows, and hopefully that's what we strive for. All my son knows is that me and his mom love each other. We're not together, but we love each other, and we respect each other, and we love him unconditionally. Whenever he's with me, his mama loves him. Mama's amazing. When he's like, oh, I miss mama too. Oh, I love mama too. Like, it's all that I want him to hear. Brian was able to do all of the things that he did because he was just such a connector. He was the Forrest Gump of Hollywood. Like, Brian knew everyone and everyone loved him. And so he was able to make you feel like, oh, hey, if you come into my circle, things could happen. You could further your career and this and that. And this is a town that is a normal thing. And it's not always a predatory thing. This is a town of, how'd you meet that director? Oh, dude, my friend invited me to this thing, and my other friend was there, and he was a friend of this guy, and I got to meet him, and we did this thing. And so that's like a normal thing about this town. But you have people who can weaponize that, infiltrate that, and go, hey, I know best, and I know how to get your kid to the next level. Oh, hey, kid, your parents should not be your manager. Gives them the opportunity to steal your money, and gives them the opportunity to do this. Like, your parents are more likely to steal your money than some business manager you've never met before.
That's a really good point.
But, it's 14-year-old logic. Everyone knew what happened in the industry.
How did that make you feel?
It was horrible. He had these 41 letters of support that were written by, Alan Thicke, TV's favorite dad. I would work with this person tomorrow. Did you see what he admitted to? And you have all of these producers and directors and people who literally direct every kid's show that we grew up on, writing letters of support for this person after what he'd done to me. You read these letters and they're unbelievable. Blaming me, it's my fault. I'm like, I was 14. I just got my first girlfriend. Trust me, I wasn't trying to go after the 40-year-old old, fat, gross troll man. You would think once the letters came out, their careers would be over, but they're not. They're all working and they're all having a fantastic time. I was reading them with a friend of mine, and I looked up and I was like, dude, let's do a hypothetical right now. Let's say I was just in love with this person. I was enamored. I wanted nothing more than to have that person. These letters are still fucked up.
Yeah.
It's that
These letters are still, it's like, there's no logical thinking human that could ever make this scenario okay. Quiet on Set came out. Everyone goes after this big bad man when during all of that, the president of the network that had to sign off on every single script, every single joke was a woman. Because it's Nickelodeon, we get nothing for it. There's 3 channels doing Drake and Josh marathons. Netflix just bought it. It's top 10 on Netflix. And I got to figure out how to pay my rent this month.
The documentary was the first time really anybody knew what happened to you.
Everyone knew what happened in the industry, and everyone loved him. He had these 41 letters of support. I would work with this person tomorrow. These letters are up.
You referenced you and your dad having some sort of falling out. What do you think you'll do to avoid some sort of situation like that with your son?
I don't know.
apparently venting actually doesn't do what we think it does. It just adds fuel to that train of thought. Like the more you think about that and verbally say it out loud, you're just creating deeper pathways in your brain. That's what I've heard. I would have thought that venting would have worked, but maybe what works is someone sitting next to you saying, hey, I recognize the way that you're feeling, and that's very real. Maybe it's not the actual act of like letting it out. It's being heard. Am I the problem? For fat shaming, my husband's affair partner. Fat shaming is 100% wrong, but this woman is screwing my husband. Am I the problem?
I'm gonna say no.
Your anger is misdirected. You did not marry this woman. You married your husband.
Am I the a-hole for telling my friend she's in the same league as men she calls ugly?
Yes. What made you the Queen of Sheba? You don't get to say who's in whose league. Divorcing my wife over her surgeries and decisions. She got certain surgeries to make herself look like a young child. She'll go to stores and buy toddler-like clothing and makes baby sounds.
We fight before every party we throw. And after everybody's gone, she's like, that worked out so great.
Hey! What side of the family do you like celebrating with the most?
Oh, we can't say that.
We know that I'm the favorite, but like we gotta pretend we like
Matt,
my
you are
older
not the
brother.
favorite.
Would you ever dress up as Mr. or Mrs. Claus? Dad, have you been Santa?
Well, he should be.
No.
Have you ever done the deed while staying with family over the holidays?
Well, we know you did, not us.
Why did you
You're
ask?
just gonna call us out like that, Mom?
I don't like white elephants.
That's
Oh,
okay.
man.
I'm sorry.
I don't like any
There's
stuff that I
different
don't
levels of white elephant.
Yeah, I like my favorite things thing because you're like getting stuff that you're most likely like gonna use. But when it's like things I'm like not gonna use, I'm like, oh man, I don't know what to do with this.
John's family,
We call it pass the
it's
trash.
past the trash.
Yeah.
The stuff you got in your house that you don't want and you think somebody might want it.
I hate that game. Pass the trash.
might be
you
a
think I
little
want?
worse.
I literally
That's what
take
I'm
whatever
saying.
I get and I put it in the trash.
Last year for Pass the Trash, I got toilet paper, and that was a good one because
Okay,
it had
because you could use it.
because it had a purpose. It was like printed though, like there was poop emojis on it. But like other times we've gotten like paperweights or like I don't think we have any use for paperweights. Like
But
Some of
still.
his family fight over.
the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin got romaine noodles. Is that what it's ramen
Ramen.
noodles?
Ramen noodles.
Somebody else stole the ramen noodles. Still gets teased by the family because she broke down and had a big fit that somebody took her ramen
She was
noodles.
also like 5
The
years old. when
pickings
that
were
happened.
slim probably.
Yeah.
In the Pass the Trash.
So every year now, somebody
I-
brings ramen noodles because of that.
Pass the Trash is actually not my favorite, but it's fun to have the event of it if I can just leave
The
the
little
trash
kids
at your
like it.
house.
You had weapons in your luggage.
I was not.
She was having her luggage pulled to the side, and the lady said, "There's something in your
No,
luggage."
she asked me, and I did not lie. She
Do you
said,
have
"Is there
weapons in
anything
here?"
sharp?"
She had a
Wait,
Just
plastic.
listen.
let's hear the
listen.
story. Let's hear it from my mom.
I said, "No, I have nothing sharp." Well, then they opened it up, and there was a kid's cooking set, and it had 3 fake knives in there that are plastic that you can literally go like this, and it won't even show a mark.
So you were
Whatever.
trying to bring knives
So
through
she had to get her
TSA.
manager
Weapons.
and she
Weapons.
was.
That's what
I was
she
like,
said,
"They
weapons.
don't cut. They
Ma'am,
can't even."
you cannot bring weapons or anything that looks like a weapon. And I'm laughing, and I'm wanting to videotape it, but I knew I'd be arrested.
Is
so I
that
just
rude?
sat there, and
He
Josh
is
and I
laughing
were
at
looking
me.
at each other.
I said they can't even cut, and then the guy's like, "Well, if they're a replica, of a reel. They were
Really?
like blue and yellow and green.
It
So-
doesn't make any sense though, because you can bring a plastic knife from Chick-fil-A onto
Exactly,
a flight, right? So
exactly.
how is that any different than a plastic knife, a part of a kid's cooking
that's a
set?
good point.
That doesn't actually make any sense. Like I can understand.
Well, but you bought it in.
it still doesn't make any sense.
The
though.
airport.
It's not like they sell pocket knives at the airport
Like you can
lounge.
you can bring something that's more than 3 ounces if you bought it in the airport.
Oh,
Yeah, like
really?
I can understand. Look,
Yeah.
I
I
can
didn't know
understand
that.
them wanting to
Check it out.
inspect your weapon, or
Yeah.
your weapon, the kids' kitchen set, right?
Yeah.
But like, if it's not sharp, can't they have some sort of like cut test or something?
I know.
There was a year that money was tight, and a family member stepped in to buy our Christmas gifts, right?
Very, very nice. Yes.
And they told you guys to not tell us, which I think you told me as an adult, because this was when we were
yeah,
kids.
years later. Yeah,
I
very,
thought
very
that
nice
was
of her.
so nice.
I
thought
know,
that was
and
so nice.
I'm going to remember that
Yeah.
forever. It wasn't like you weren't getting anything. We still have a nice house and nice things, but she was like, I don't want anyone to know about this. I just want them to think it was from you guys or Santa. You know,
Which is
you
a
were
great
older.
lesson for everybody to know. Is like it's great to get gifts, but I think it's more value in giving gifts,
Yep.
given to your kids or given to somebody in need. So that's why we should be doing what
Yeah.
we do around Christmas time, is to think about others and help others out.